Hi, welcome to Record Time. Record Time is a weekly live Akashic experience where we explore simple and mysterious questions through the lens of the Akashic Records. I am happy to be here today. I'm actually a couple of minutes late. It's a couple of minutes past 7, which is when I usually start. And that's because I did not know what the topic was. I thought it was one thing, and then as the time got closer, I was like, that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. But I didn't know what the new topic was, and it feels like the topic is a little exploration and a playful inquiry, a curious exploration of messages around the summer solstice, which just passed. So excuse me, I went to the dentist today and they numbed my mouth, and so literally earlier today this whole side of my face was like numb, and I'm still like getting over that. I thought it was gone, but as I'm speaking I can like feel there's like some weirdness happening on the side of my mouth, so I feel like I'm talking weird, so I apologize if that is like coming across weirdly. That's why I'm talking kind of weird. Yeah, I like can't stop thinking about it now. Okay. So yeah, the summer solstice just passed. I feel like I can hear it on my S's. Anyway, it is what it is. And of course, like, I'm talking about the summer solstice. There's like so many S's. Please forgive me. But yeah, so that thing just passed the other day. And yeah, I felt like it might be nice to just explore if there's any messages or guidance around that event. And I haven't done something like this on Record Time, so we'll just see how it goes. But it does feel like there's something that wants to come through. So I'm going to explore that question. What are the messages and guidance for us at this time around the summer solstice? And as I tune into that, feel free, if it's safe and if it's accessible, to take a deep breath, perhaps close your eyes if that is appropriate. You can open yourself up to receiving not only the verbal transmission, but the energetic transmission. So I'm asking the Akashic Records, the masters, teachers, and loved ones, what are the messages for us at this time around the summer solstice? And it feels like this phrase, spread too thin, is coming through. So it's like, it almost feels like this solstice is different. Usually the summer solstice, it feels like it's a really like vibrant energy. It's like the peak of life. It's like the peak of like vital energy when the sun is at its longest, like the day is at its longest in the whole year. And so that's like the highest threshold of like life force energy in the whole year. But this one's interesting because collectively this whole like past year and a half, it's almost like we've been in like an extended hibernation. And so with this solstice, it's coinciding, at least in the US, but also in different parts of the world, with like society almost waking up after a very long sleep or like internal period, hibernation. So this one feels a little weird, and it's almost like we've gotten used to that like mode of hibernation where our energy is a little lower and a little bit more contained internally. And so now, as like this the summer solstice is occurring, and also as like a collective we're being like kind of called out of our houses more and more back into the world, back into engaging with others, it can feel draining. It's almost like we are going from one extreme to another, and that over a very short period of time, it's like suddenly things went from very internal to very like back to normal external. And so the masters, teachers, and loved ones are saying to be mindful of your energetic thresholds and notice if they've changed. Likely they have changed. And it's almost like we don't have the same energetic stamina that we used to have. Not that that's a bad thing though. Like, it's okay that your energy preferences are different than they may have been in the past. And just to ease back in to this like life force vital time of the year as like summer is beginning, just be mindful of what your body and what your energy levels are asking of you, and to not spread yourself too thin, because that'll be a really easy thing to do at this time. Let me see, what else is there around this? Yeah, it almost feels like after being dormant and in hibernation for so long, suddenly we might be feeling like we're being pulled in a million different directions at once, and it can be so jarring. It's jarring physically to be expending energy, especially with people that you may not have seen in a long time. You might realize like, oh wow, it's actually a little bit draining to be around people in person again. But also mentally, just to be like being asked to do way more stuff than we've been used to doing for a while. So yeah, it's almost like, and it's coinciding with this like season of Cancer that we just stepped into. So they're saying it's an interesting thing that like the peak of summer, this like extended life force energy, this peak of summertime is coinciding. It coincides with Cancer, which is like a homebody kind of like internal sign, like a crab in its shell. So it's like a really beautiful invitation to find that balance of like what is going out, like how much can you expend without sacrificing your own well-being. So it's just a reminder at this time to be very, very conscious of your own internal needs, of your own energetic system, and to not spread yourself too thin, and to make sure you're prioritizing your well-being and your alignment before the needs and perceived obligations that others might be inviting you into. So reminding yourself that it's okay to say no to things if it feels too energetically taxing, and to honor what feels like a yes and what feels like a no, and to just, with every decision, with every opportunity to expend energy, just check in before you do that and really feel into, is this a yes? Do I really want to do this? Or am I doing this just because I'm being pulled in that direction? So it's almost like anchoring back into your center and like finding that alignment and not allowing yourself to be pulled by other people's invitations and preferences, and to just like firmly, in a grounded way, walk in the direction that feels aligned to you. So yeah, it's like a very grounded energy, and it feels really joyful too, because as like this like playful summer energy is coming out, it's like rising, this like vital energy is here with the dawn of summer. It's like, that's like a very joyful kind of time. It's a joyful season. The sun is out and we want to be outside, so it's like the path to greatest joy, like the greatest enjoyment of this like luscious summer season, is to honor your own alignment and again not be pulled in all the many directions you might be invited into. Okay, I think that was pretty much it. I'm gonna see if they have anything else they want to say. I hope that made sense. Yeah, they're saying don't spread yourself too thin. Honor your own alignment and self-care, like your own self's needs before everything else. That's priority number one. And by doing so, you're engaging with like the most joyful, pleasurable timeline. Yeah, that feels like that's kind of the vibe for this summer solstice. And again, I hope that made sense. And I'd love to know if that resonated with you. I would love to hear from you, so feel free to send me a message or connect with me either on Instagram or through my website, which is minaruchi.com. And I also would love to invite you to the Moon Circle tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. The topic for the circle tomorrow is karma and alignment. So yeah, if you're interested in exploring, sorry, this like dude thing, interested in exploring karma and alignment and how those things kind of like work together, how those things intertwine, this is perfect for you. And we'll also be doing a guided visualization, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, if that calls to you, it is tomorrow, Thursday the 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you can't make it live, you can still sign up and I'll send you the replay the following day. Alrighty. I so hope to see you there, and thank you for being here with me today. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.